Shoot. Ah, hi. Holy cow. Okay, hi. I might have to do that again. Hi, everyone. It's me. I'm here by my lonesome because um, you know, I because everyone left me. I'm all on my own. But it's okay. We're gonna be here today. We're gonna have some fun, and then we're gonna go over the challenge stuff from October. I got the PowerPoint ready, and we are going to have we're going to go through that at around 4. So maybe we'll get joined by some fancy people from the office. Hopefully that's the case. If not, it's just going to be us. I will probably have to switch over to the producer desk when we do that. But in the interim, we're just going to be here hanging out. And I got to fix that. Okay, there we go. All right, now that should be fine. Let me assume la position. And pardon my weird sort of situation here. Got some foot problems going on. Worked myself too hard while I was walking the other day, and my feet hurt. So I've got a tall chair here that's not quite tall enough, but we're gonna make it work. You can see my head. But hi everyone, who we got in here? We got Paint Liquor, we got Omicron, Slovak, Dragonfire, Death from Impulsor, Ghost Hunter, Megalodon. Hello everyone, Pod Tomato, and you like that work with this one? This guy in particular? This guy's fun. I like this guy a lot. I'm kind of like, it's been a while since I've done that kind of like grimdark feel with like true metallics. So it was kind of a fun experience to mess around with it. Megalodon, you can achieve this. Nothing I'm doing here is particularly complicated. I bet you that I could sit down with you, and as long as your technical ability to apply paint is there, like you can paint in the lines, it's not that crazy. A lot of it is just knowing what to do. And if I'm walking you through the process, it's not too bad. The black cloak is airbrush. This is just airbrush. It's got a nice little bit of a highlight on there, but not too much to make it not read black. It's a nice and subtle. So this guy is pretty much done. I'm gonna throw. Oh, what paints did I use? I think I just used, maybe even like I think it was neutral gray. Yeah, I think I just used neutral gray, maybe even with a little bit of black transparent into it, because I think I did the highlights with neutral gray, and then I went back over it with a glaze of black transparent to kind of smooth everything out. And that's pretty much all it looks like. And then I did all the trim and the little details, right? What? I need to reprime them? No, I do not. This model's not getting repainted. It's getting a base, it's getting a black rim, and then we're done. Although technically I need to paint the stuff on the inside, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. I'm here for it. We're all here together. Thank you, Slowick. How is everyone doing today? Are you guys having a good time? You like the sword? Yeah, the sword was neat. It's kind of like my own personal take on like power swords. It's got that like crackling energy vibe going on. Paint the rim on the base black. You can see me doing in here. And then we're gonna paint some texture onto that base, and then we're gonna be good. What we got? What we got over here? Your SC Thunderstrike Spearhead box? What the heck is that? I don't even know what that is. Phoenix? Oh, yeah. Throwing on some of this fine brown earth that we have here. Gonna get it underneath this tabard without making a mess. Some gunk in the back. Omicron, the colors for the November challenge are posted in the pinned post in the November challenge channel. If I can remember off the top of my head, it's yellow ochre, warm yellow, dark yellow green, bold pyro red, black, white, Payne's gray. I want to say is your limited palette for this month. It is a good selection of colors, to be honest. This brush has seen many a texture paint. You are correct. But it does the business. That's all that matters. Is all that matters. Pete, did you get that box yet? Or is it supposed to come in tomorrow? Megalodon. No, tomorrow? Cool. Well, I'm excited. Alright, so we got that done. I'll have to redo the black base. Let me take this guy off of this so that I can switch it up. And for those of you who are curious, we are going to be back to our regularly scheduled programming with Jason tomorrow. I double checked with him this morning when we were in a meeting, and he is going to be here tomorrow. So we will be back to our standard crazy programming with the JJ and J crew, which will be very exciting. Just kind of resetting my white tack on here so I can get the next model on here. What's up, nerd? Hello, Lion. Hello, T. Schmidt. How do you do? Maverick Minis, hello. Vixian XX, hello. Muns3, hello. Awkwardish Panda, hello. Treebeard, hello. Phoenix, hello. There's so many of you here. I don't believe so, Slovak. I think they got it sorted out. I think so, at least. I haven't heard anything about it since, so that's good. Alright, we're gonna do another coat of primer on this guy, just to make sure we're good. Let's see here. Lion. Baby, how many entries made it in October? I lost count. 35. 35 of you finished submissions, which is insane, by the way. You guys are making me do all this extra work putting this silly PowerPoint together. I'm going through, checking out all you guys' awesome work, going, holy cow, you guys did so many. Yeah, 35 is nuts. You know what's actually really cool is we had a lot of like parent and child submissions this month, which was really cool. I always really get excited when I see people painting with their kids, and we had a couple, I think two, from the top of my head, of the submissions that were also from their kids. I know, Lion, your wife submitted one, or you submitted one on behalf of your wife, I believe it was. That's really cool. You're new to the Discord. What's up with the monthly challenge? Yeah, so Megalodon. So the deal with the monthly challenges is every month at the beginning of the month, so typically on the first or the second, but generally the first, we being me, will post a new Discord channel that will have a prompt for the month. So, for example, this last month, it was a spooky month because it was October. So the prompt was pick a model that you like that is Halloween themed and paint it up for the challenge. And it's not a painting competition. It's not, anything kind of hardcore like that. It's literally just an opportunity for you guys to, flex your muscles and paint something cool and exciting based on a prompt that we put out for the month. And then at the end of the month, it's typically going to be either the following Tuesday or Thursday after the end of the month. We will go through all of the submissions, and we will, pick a couple of people who we think went above and beyond the rest, and those will get some sort of little prize. It's nothing crazy. It also doesn't have anything to do with paint quality necessarily. It's whoever we feel like went above and beyond and did kind of the, just ones that we really liked. The deadline for entry, there is no deadline for entry. The instructions on how to enter are all in the pinned post at the beginning of every month. You can see a lot of the archived ones as well. Every one of those, for the most part, has a pinned post at the top that details all of the specific details, and then what the specific restrictions are on the challenge. Like, for example, this month we're doing a limited palette challenge. So there's, I believe it's 6 or 7 paints that you guys get to use for your challenge models for the month. But there's no restriction on what model or what type of model you can paint. So you can choose whatever you want. And then typically we'll require you to put a timestamp on when you started your miniature. And then you will take a photo of your miniature with the timestamp and your name to indicate to us that you're starting the challenge with that mini. Yeah, that's the other thing too, Megalodon, and for anybody else who is interested in participating in our challenges, you are not required to have the exact colors that we post up for our challenges. They are, it's the ones that we choose for the challenges. Um, sorry, some weird sort of crusty in the top of my airbrush. We just require that you do something different or similar. So pick something that's similar to the color that we have in the challenge, and then from there you'll be good to go. Thank you, Cliffjumper6, for the Twitch Prime. Hello, it is only Baby J here today. Avian, you made it! Holy cow, we just started. Yeah, Jen and Jason have a meeting that they are going to today. You're right at the start, Avian. You better not leave now that you made it here at the beginning. I'm gonna clean out the airbrush here just a little bit. Give it a nice little scrub. Work is now done for the day. That's awesome. I'm glad you were able to make it. Throw the nozzle back on the tip of this guy. And we're going to walk you through the process of painting this next guy up. What do you paint today? MCP 40K Relic Blade? Well, let's start with, do you want to paint sci-fi or fantasy, T-Schmidt? I like the idea of MCP. KDM. Let's see here. Where? Oh, there. I'm gonna have to make more of my colors here soon. I'm starting to run out. Actually, I think I can glue this part on, now that I think about it. So, Baby J, are you going to put out your own signature set? Nope. I am not. Unfortunately, that is not really what the signature sets are for. For one, I work for the company, so there's that. And two, if I want to make paint, or if I want to make a paint color, I can just talk to Jason, and we can make something. It doesn't have to be so formal as having a whole deal in place. Let's see here. How am I looking on? Nope. This is another piece for Kyle. This is the counterpart to the other dude. Yeah, they already pay me. So there's no need for me to have a set that they also pay me for. As fun as it would be to have a signature set, because I would love to have one, that'd be great. I would really enjoy it. But you know, I don't want to take away from other fantastic people who we can work with. And you know, these things are a good opportunity for us to interface with other fantastic artists around the world. And you know, I'd prefer to give somebody else a shot, given the fact that I'm already here. Game delay. Can I request that Baby J sign my paint order? I mean, yeah, probably. Now, what could very well happen is potentially I could make a set that's like my favorite set or like my starter set. That's something that could potentially happen, right? Yeah, or I could do like a single bottle or something. There are definitely some paints that I would like to see exist in the range, for sure. And I have let Jason know this as well. Yeah, Adam would be a cool person to see. Uncle Adam. Cliff Jumper 6. I'm painting up my Shatterpoint Mace Windu. Did you know his lightsaber says bad mother? Wait, does it really? Paint liquor. Hi, Panic Bomb. Hello, sir. JP, when did you decide to just never paint robots? Was it yesterday? No. In fact, I believe I said last night as we were signing off that I'm looking for a Gundam to paint on stream. I'm gonna do like a whole diorama and everything. Phoenix, we have a Titan, like in the office. Jason got one ordered not too long ago. But apparently that's a project that he's gonna make me do. So we're getting these highlights on here. This is my pre-mix like I was talking about. So this is the faded green. And let's see, what else is in here? What was it? Faded green and black green? Might be faded green and black green. Yeah, I figured it out. Clarkatron, we'll see you back soon. Remember, we're going to try and be doing it around 4 o'clock. Is the current plan. That is when we want to do it. Yeah, there are 35 entries this month. Yeah, it's Pacific time, Clarkatron. Yes, Omicron. With the limited palette color palette, it means non-metallic metal. But you have options to do basically whatever kind of non-metallic metal you want. You can do silver, you can do gold with that palette. You got plenty of options there. Let's clean out the airbrush. I have an actual silly me. Yeah, there's a lot of fantastic submissions. You guys really knocked it out of the park this month. Now you just need to figure out how to do non-metallic metal. Well, there's definitely some videos that exist on our YouTube about it. They're a little bit older, so you're gonna have to scroll back through Omicron. But I know Jason's done some tutorials on how to do non-metallic metal. No, you cannot enter with your Pokeballs. You would have had to have entered a couple of days ago. Hi, Black Wolf. Yeah, you can get a nice silver with the Payne's Gray and the white. Yeah, I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with not picking anything or picking something that doesn't have metal on it. No, you won't be blind. Picked up warm yellow and yellow ochre. Nice. Heck yeah, that's right, Panic Bomb. K2G Man, you could. I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to do like actual body painting. There are paints that for that. You use strong tone or flesh wash over gray painting Cruel Boys? Swamp color. So what do you mean by gray painting? Are you just talking about like gray? The robes are gray. Okay. Um. I mean, either you could use like a brown wash, or you can use the flesh wash. Either one will work. The flesh wash will just look like it's kind of like got some red earthy wear to it. Where are the adults? There are none of those here. That's true. Megalodon, need to find a mini you can use fall colors on. Well, you work at the right place to get access to a ton of minis that you can do that with. How would I paint orange cloth on AdMech? Burnt sienna, burnt orange into orange, and then a little bit of warm yellow added to the orange. Cool. Airbrush is le clean. We can move on to the other parts of the day. Hiya. Oh, I need to clip that. Hiya. Silly thing. Oh, bugger. Okay, backpack coming off apparently. Oh, that's because it goes on the outside. Because I'm a goober. I'm a goofy goober. Super. How many questions is many questions? Here, glue this back on. And then we're gonna glue this on here. Yep, looking nice. Maybe I'll do that after, because I want to do... Yeah, I might actually do the cloak right now, since I got the airbrush out. Do I have any tack? I do have some tack. We're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna grab a little bit more tack. All right, let's see here. What have I missed? A little bit of blue tack here. Not blue tack. Probably be painting a plague marine, so it'll be a brassy non-metallic metal. Cool. Man, plague marine in that color palette would be neat. That'd look really cool, actually. Are treating pieces okay for the challenge? Yeah, that's fine. As long as you make it look like it's fall. I would not fight either of those two people. JP. Both of those humans are very nice, and I like hanging out with them. Alright, so we're going to grab a little bit of the transparent black. Oops. We're going to go over painting the cloak, right? So I got a little bit of overspray on the cloak, so we're going to bring it back down to black with this transparent black. Give it a nice little once over. There we go. Got a nice little foundation to work from now. Now, I still have a little bit of this black transparent in here. We're going to take neutral gray and we're going to mix it right in. Put 1, 2 drops in there. Got another half a drop in there on accident. That will be okay. We're going to take our mixing brush. I'm going to get in there. Whoop. We're going to mix it all together. Alright, so the cloak's going to be like this, so we want to spray from this direct angle on. Here we go. That's looking pretty good. Get all the sticky stuff out of the back of this guy. Oh, I'll do that after I clean the airbrush, actually. That seems like a smart idea. Where are you guys getting on what you guys are crazy. What are you guys talking about over there? Megalon, no, we do not typically thin our paints for the airbrush use at all. Yeah, well, I'll walk you through the process when I, start on something in next week, Megalodon. Punisher, if you don't have warm yellow, is there a good way to approximate it with golden yellow? Yeah, you could just use golden yellow and then add just a very, 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 very small touch of orange to it. Yeah, really no thinning at all. None whatsoever. Here, let me, what do I have that I can spray on here real quick? Here, I got it. I got something. So I got my airbrush right here, right? And I'm gonna pick a color, JG, 1975. We are gonna pick, here, let's pick yellow ochre, just because I have it here. Clean the top a little bit here because it's a little bit of a mess. All right, so we're gonna take airbrush, bottle of paint, and we're gonna go boop, boop, boop. We got 3 little drops in there. That's it. Sprays just fine. $28, $25, $28. Yeah, you don't need to thin it at all. You can though, if you feel like you need to, or if that's more of your style, or you're comfortable more with using thinner applications of paint through an airbrush, you can thin it out just fine. I just added a ton of water to this right here, and you'll see here. I can do glazes like this. So if I want to, you have to be a little bit more careful with this level of PSI and running with stuff this thin through the airbrush. As you can see, right? You build up little glaze layers. You'll see it'll go onto the handle here, so I'm splitting the difference. You can see how this builds up over time with super thin. And I'm basically using the airbrush to spray a transparent layer on, and then not pulling the trigger back just to get it just air to dry it out quick. So you can see as I build this up. And I'll dry it. Dries really fast this way. So we'll clean the airbrush out, and I'll show you guys that. Yeah, you gotta be really, really careful when you're spraying through really thin, because there's not a whole lot of viscosity to the paint to make the paint shoot out slower when there's higher psi. Because if the paint is more viscous, you need higher psi to spray it out of the airbrush. When it's really thin like that, it'll spray super easily regardless of... Ooh, I gotta tighten this up. There we go. Regardless of how you got it set up. Only way to learn is to do. That's not technically true, but the best way to learn is to listen and then do. But you definitely got to get some practical experience in, because just the theory alone is not enough. But having good knowledge given to you is a great place to start. Megalodon Jaws, you're excited to start working with one. You feel it will help up your priming and eventually base coats? Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Feel like the airbrush just atomizes the paint into an oval-shaped cone. Is that right? No, it's not. It should be a circle. Unless you have a weird shaped needle. But the needles are round. So. Yeah, cheap starter setups for airbrushing is a really great way to start. Because it gives you familiar with the medium, with the machine, right? And then as you use the machine more, you will learn more and more about it. And you'll get to the point where, you know, you're comfortable using it. And then once you get to the point where you can see a lot of those differences in nicer quality airbrushes, you'll be ready to use one. Yeah, I always recommend getting a backup needle set, nozzles and needles. If you take care of your needles and nozzles, you shouldn't need any replacements. But let me throw away my cruddy paper. We're gonna get rid of that now. There's some space. We're gonna glue this cloak on. This cloak is ready. Oh, I gotta take all the stickies out. Stickies! Tim, hello. You have a lot of fun painting with the airbrush, though painting over your airbrush work was a real struggle until Jason's little tutorial on moisture in your brush. Yeah, it's really difficult, Game Delay. That's one of the biggest things that I had to struggle through when I first used an airbrush, is going from this to working on top of it, right? Because that's the scary part. You're like, ooh, I like this gradient. I've done a good job getting it on there. And then you're like, oh, wait, I have to, like, do more highlights and stuff on top of it. So I know what you mean. It can be really, really challenging to be in that situation a lot of the time. Do I have a store stock info visibility? Wait, vis-a-vis Black Friday? Oh, do I have store stock info of Black Friday? No, I do not. Not for you. You don't get to know that stuff quite yet. I have to tell you later. What was your question, Delta? If I missed your question, I apologize. We have nobody running interference for me on the stream today, so I'm all on my own lonesome on trying to see everything while I'm painting, and it could be a little tricky, you guys. So if you have a question and I did not hit it, please feel free to bring the question back up and send a message back with it again. Can you swap a needle for a 0.5, or do I need to change another part as well? Yes, you do. Delta. So there's the, here, I'll show you. So in the front of your airbrush, there is, you screw this part off. We have the needle, and you can see the little nozzle here. These nozzles are specifically designed for the needle that you are using. So this needle is a 0.3 needle, and so is designed to work with this 0.3 nozzle. Your airbrush will not work very well if you use a nozzle that is not designed for the needle that you have in it. And that's what they're called. They're called nozzles. So if you Google a nozzle for your airbrush, you will get exactly what you are looking for. Okay. Thank you, JG, for the Twitch Prime, or the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here. Lion Creative, have you already found the winners for October? Or are you going to make the decision after seeing them again? Well, I mean, we're going to go through it all together, and we're going to talk about them. It's not just about picking the winners. We also might have some guests in stream at the end of the day, and maybe I'll let them pick a winner. Dark yellow green is the color that you should be using, Treebird. If I wrote yellow green, that's a mistake. It's supposed to be dark yellow green. JG, I'm hoping the new not oil wash is out on Black Friday. That is the plan, according to Jason, and what he said. So he said that the other day. That's the plan. We're going to be making some video content for some of the upcoming products that we're going to be releasing, so you guys can get an official tutorial on how to use them all. Game delay. Wait, hold on. Let me reread this question. Treebeard, for the November challenge, I have yellow green. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread your question. Yeah, my bad, Treebeard. Yeah, I mean, you can just add a touch of like a black green to it. We'll generally do a pretty good job. Dark neutral gray is probably going to make it a little too gray. Desaturate it too much. You can also just add a touch of black, like just a little bit. We'll get you there. Sorry about that, Treebeard. My bad. I totally misread your question. Avian, darn, I am in need of some paints to follow along with the undercoat skin tutorial, and could do with more brushes. If I can hold off until Black Friday. Hey, you only got a couple of weeks to wait. My God, it's in a couple of weeks. That's crazy. It's like 3 weeks away. Okay, cool. Got it. You guys are throwing in awesome questions today. All right, let's grab a little bit of, we got bronze around here somewhere. Bronze. Dark bronze. Dark bronze would work. Let me start dark bronze. Grab a little bit of dark bronze. We're gonna do all the trim in dark bronze. Well, most of the trim, not all of it. I need a different brush for this. This will work. This is a nice brush. Someone call the store and get Jabe into the producer's chair. Jabe is actually quite busy today. he is unable to help with the producing. I did ask him to see if he would be able to help out, but unfortunately, he's got some pressing stuff that's got to get taken care of today for Monument. So, unfortunately, his work priorities are going to take priority here. All right, so we're going to start with all these little doohickeys out here. Silly looking doohickeys. Now, I don't want to make all of this completely bronze because I want to be able to incorporate some silver in here. So I'm going to be thinking about places where I could incorporate silver as I go here. Yeah, these guys have a lot of cool trim. I want to make it a little bit more ornate, so I'll probably go a little bit more into the bronze than I would normally. I think I'll do the studs in silver. That would be cool. Nice little visual variation there. Got this little skull down there. Gotta be a little careful with how I apply all this down in here because I don't have as much control over the brush when I'm getting down into the kind of between the legs area. So I gotta focus on trying to not paint onto the green that we just airbrushed on there. And I also want to make sure I'm getting nice thin layers of this bronze on here. Hit the underside. Perfect. Same thing underneath the arm. And having the axe off of this guy while I'm doing this is a huge lifesaver. Because all of this stuff would be covered up by this axe. And it would be a gigantic pain in the butt to paint. Why is that bird green and not yellow like yesterday's bird? We got the yesterday's bird. The yesterday's bird is here. Never fear. Bird of the yesteryears. And then I'm probably going to put a little bit of rich gold on top of this bronze for highlights when I'm done. Because I want to have it be a little bit more in that kind of warmer spectrum. We'll see once I get more of this bronze on here, but I think that's probably the way I'm going to go. This chainmail is all going to be silver. We're going to do all this trim in gold. No gloves? How well the painted surfaces glue together? Let's see here. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. So painted surfaces glue together okay. Sometimes, if it's sometimes it can help to scrape them off because when you think about it, like on this cloak area, I scraped a little bit off just because the paint is a barrier and it has volume to it, so it will stop the model from having like a super clean, like gap. It'll have a little bit more of a gap than it normally would. So having the little bit of scraping that paint off will help get the more seeded connection points for you. Mr. Scara, no gloves. Tell that to your Mortarian, he keeps falling apart. You gotta be using better glue, my friend. Gotta be using better glue. Better stop throwing them on the ground. Good old Morty doesn't like that very much. So we're following the same guidelines we did on the other leg. Just being careful, painting underneath the leg. Going slow. Making sure that we have clean lines where all this metal's going. Just a little spot in there, so I gotta be careful. Mr. Kara, what's your paint offhand soap of choice? Hot water and soap. Doesn't really matter what it is, the friction's gonna do most of the work. The hot water and friction is gonna be what's gonna do most of the work. It being stuck in your nails, that just sucks. There's not really a great go-to method for it. Let's see here. It may have fallen, but not very far. And it was just his wings and smoke that popped off. Yeah, that's not too bad. Fingernail brush, they sell them at Walmart. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, this is not a big deal. This'll come off pretty easy when I wash my hands. Too much water on the brush. How do I fill gaps? Ghost Hunter. Green stuff, sprue goo. Green stuff works good for bigger gaps because it doesn't shrink as much. Sprue goo is great for filling, plastic, lines. The generally speaking, I use like Milliput or some sort of epoxy sculpt to fill stuff, but I also will use just super glue. If it's a really small gap, you can use super glue and you can sand it down and it'll work nice. As someone with long nails, may the odds be ever in your favor. So true. Who out here actually really likes the Hunger Games? I think I've mentioned this before, but I actually really like those movies. I think they're really solid films, for the most part. They kind of wean off a little bit towards the end, but the first two are really good. Is it gonna be Hot Take Thursday? Let's see here. You didn't, but it's a good line. Yeah, that's fine. Decent amount of bronze on this guy. Getting this hip pad here. Oh. We'll have to fix that up. I got a little bit of paint on the cloak there. Happens to us all, chat. We all goof up, make mistakes. Gotta show each other it's not the end of the world. Okay, nice, nice. The movies were spot on to the books. I haven't seen them. Not my thing. I read all 3 books before seeing the movies. Awesome. Yeah, that's great, Tim. I think I read the first book. I don't think I read the rest of them. Maybe I did. I don't really remember. It's been a long time, like a long, long time. But I remember I enjoy the movies a lot, and I'll watch them from time to time. Um, Especially if I have nothing else like pressing to watch. A good thing for me to just throw on. Man, I am excited for or not what's it called? I am excited for All Mankind. That's what it is. Because that starts airing again like this week, I want to say. Maybe next week. I think it's on the 5th. Somebody out there probably knows for sure. Love that show. It's spectacular. This show's really, really good. An absolutely fantastic show. It's rare finding other fans out there in the wild. You know, it's weird because I think a lot of people just have an aversion to Apple TV for some reason, which is funny because some of the best television I've watched in the past like 3 or 4 years has been on Apple TV. Like Severance was amazing. For All Mankind is absolutely incredible. Um, you know, it's they're doing something right. Morning show's on there. I really like that show. There's a lot of good things happening over there. Yeah, Severance is awesome. That is a weird freaking show. Holy cow. There is some weird stuff going on. But it is really compelling if you can deal with some of the bizarre things that are going on. Look at all of this. Yep, Ted Lasso's another great one. You talking about the Waffle Party? What are you talking about, Arctic Edge? Because I don't know about anything waffle related going on here. You got the wrong idea. Yep, Severance is real weird. Oh yeah. Gotta go be back in the bit. All right, see you, Megalodon. You know, I started to watch C, and I ended up turning it off after a while. It just kind of, I don't know. I think it starts off a little too slow for me. Like I get it for the most part, but it's like it just it wanders a little too much. Do a little bit of a bronze skull in the back here. I really like one of the cool things as like a motif that the Sons of Horus do a lot is when they have like skulls on their models, they're all like gold gilded skulls. They're like gold plated, which is really neat. It's just a really cool aesthetic when you've got like some dudes with some skulls strapped to their belts or strapped to their belts and they're all like gilded out like crazy. I think it's really neat. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good on the bronze. Now we can start getting into that silver. And I think we're going to go with the dark silver like we did last time, and then we're going to build it up after some washes. Is it over here? No. Where are you? There it is. Doc Silva. Yeah, dark silver. Invasion. Is that also on Apple TV, Mo? Also, hello, Mo. How do you do? What is the premise of Invasion? You gotta sell me on it. Give it to me straight, buddy. I don't mind slow burns. They just gotta be worth it. We are invaded by aliens. Okay. Game delay if you want to watch. If you want to slow burn, watch Incense. I mean, that's a pretty good joke. You're not gonna lie. Are we allowed to use the Discord voice channels? I mean, as far as I'm aware, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't be able to. And this silver ring on the bit of the belly there. Get this gun a little bit. Throwing it on here in all the places that I want to have that silver showing through. Do all these rivets. Old man Garrus, hello. How are you doing today? Hope you are well. Hope everyone's well. For the record. Getting all these studs down on the shoulder. And then I'm going to stand up and take a break for a minute. And we can talk. We can answer some questions. This is getting a little tedious. It's not a bad idea to take a break for it from a minute. Or take a break from it for a minute. Okay, just a couple more dots over here. Alright, alright. Doing all this. Can't ever forget the backpack. Alright, then we're gonna do these top little plates. Alright. After that, I gotta stand up here for a second. Woo! Alright. See you, Omicron! Do you think Gundam and Imperial Knight model kits would mesh well together? No, I don't think so. They're very different, Death from a Pulsar. Now, Gundam kit and other Gundam kit? Yeah, absolutely. They're almost made for that. Bobson, gonna drop and feed the kids. See you later. Alright, so we got most of this painted in. We're looking pretty good. We just got to do a little bit of leather here, a little bit of leather there in the back. And then we got to paint this axe, which I might as well actually just do right now. We'll do some of this gilding in this bronze. We're also going to make the skull gold as well in the end, so... Alright, got that trim going on. Need a little bit more trim in here. Alright, looking pretty good here. Fell asleep rocking the daughter. How's stream been? Stream's been great. Lots of good questions. Lots of fun interactions. Cannot complain. Oh, yeah. Oh. Which true metallic metal am I using? So this is dark bronze for those bronze sections, and then I'm using dark silver. Yeah, it's been a long week. Long week. See what I can do about some silver on this blade. Alright. Alright. Gotta be careful here to not hold on to anything that's wet. We're gonna get this bottom section here. Place where the vent goes. Put that all up. Alright. Then we're going to hit this other side. This side can be a little sloppy, it's alright, because this is going to go towards the inside of the model. You're never going to see it anyways. Alright. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dark bronze is such a fantastic color. Death Impulsor. That all comes from your metallic set. So the only metallic that we sell that is not in our metallic set is the dark bronze. Dark bronze is a very recent color that we came out with alongside the two new signature, or inside one of the two new signature sets from Matt Comets and Ben Sexwish. Or wow, woo, Matt Sexwish and Ben Comets. Obviously, I'm a little out of it right now, apparently, because I'm saying things backwards. Oh my gosh, it's 2:22 already? What the heck? We got like 40 minutes before we have to start doing the thing. The thing. I guess it goes by really fast when you're chilling here, talking to people and painting stuff. Where's my warm brown? Warm brown. There we go. Miss Mau Maus. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. We've apparently gone back an hour? What do you mean? Fallback isn't until Sunday. Am I crazy? No, it's 3:25. See him, Dower. What up, Dower? How's it going? Hello. Yes. 100%. Oh my gosh, did I say 222?
Likes us.
Oh! 322.
Well, huzzah!
What's
huzzah.
happening?
I just throw back my legs and pollute my britches with delight.
Death Impulsor. I wish we didn't have to turn the clocks back at all. We don't. Move to Arizona. I agree with you, Death Impulsor. Good conversations always make the time go by. That is correct. But it is 3:25. 3:24. The lazy man's paradise. Yeah, why would you want to change the clocks? Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I said 3:22. It's not too bad. The oven is not too bad, Dower. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really isn't. I'm gonna mix a little bit of my highlight color here, and we're gonna mix a little bit of glaze and wash medium into it. I want a nice transparent layer. Adding some water to this. Just want to bring up the highlights because we want it to be nice and poppy, like what we've got going on here. We need a little bit more contrast. We're going to start with a nice thin layer of the highlight color. So this is mixed with glaze and wash medium, so it's nice and thin. Gonna give me a little bit of extra working time. We should be able to get some pretty smooth blends with that. We got this nice highlight on the nose. Alright. That's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just hitting all these areas where the highlights would be. Manually applying another layer of this color by hand. Turn these highlights on. Quick and easy. One of the tricks that I've figured out a long time ago is you can use an opaque version of a color that you airbrush, and you'll generally get a nice subtle highlight by using that color by hand instead of using it out of the airbrush, which is really neat. And that, we're gonna get rid of this over painting here because it ungoofed like a goober. This highlight. Looking good. Changing the clocks keeps time fresh, you know. Not at this time of year. Ugh, that sucks. Paint liquor. It's weird. This is the first time that I've ever lived in a state where they don't observe daylight savings time. It's really bizarre. There we go. I'm liking that. Now let's see what pure... I don't necessarily want to do pure faded green. Maybe I'll do a little bit of ivory. Or pale yellow. That's the right call. Take a little bit of pale yellow. We're going to mix it into our color we have. With some glaze and wash medium, mind you. To get that transparency. You can see how doing these thin highlights on top of the airbrush still gives you that really nice airbrushed look, but without having to worry about any splotches. The dome here. I wonder if I can add just a touch of like golden brown maybe. I feel like I want it to be a little bit more yellow than what it is right now. So I'm just gonna add just like literally a brush full. You guys can see here, like just doing that much into my highlight color and see how that brings potentially some warmth back to it. Because when you throw in the pale yellow, it's definitely a bright color and it's desaturated. I was hoping that it would retain a little bit more of that saturation. So we're going to try this over here on the shoulder pad. There we go. I like that. That's looking nice. Maybe even a touch more. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice color. I think that'll work well. Pair nicely with the glaze and wash medium, and we can throw it on here. So you guys can see how I'm kind of making some small adjustments to this color as I go in here and manually do these highlights. This will be good for when I do any more characters by hand. Just doing a line on the edge of where the lenses go for the helmet. Boom, get that on both sides.
I've got two kinds of wet in my pants.
You got two kinds of wet in your pants? What the heck? The real Mamba rating with a party of 3. Miss Mouse rating with a party of 10. Hello for the double raids. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the follow, everyone. Welcome. We are working on some stuff here.
Somebody likes us.
Working on a Sons of Horus Space Marine to pair with the Imperial Fists guy that we did yesterday and the day before. So we're just working on these guys right now. We're going to be doing some challenge review here in about 30 or 40 minutes. That's basically where we go through some of our Discord submissions for our painting challenge for the month, where we picked we had everybody paint a whole bunch of spooky monsters, which is really neat. So that'll be really fun. But welcome everybody, to those of you who are new here and are not familiar with who we are. We are Monument Hobbies. We make all of this super fantastic Pro Acryl paint here in our warehouse in Arizona. And we're just here showing you guys what it can do. I say we. Normally there's more than just me here today. We normally have Jason and Jen on stream as well, but unfortunately they have been called away to a meeting. So I'm here all on my lonesome, just hanging out with you cool nerds, talking about painting, answering questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. And give me a question. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And nobody in chat eats the paint. That's true. You're not allowed to eat the paint. Lies and deceit. Nope, can't drink it either. Drinking is just eating with one less step. And if you're not allowed to do one, you're definitely not allowed to do the other. Nice try, though. You an A for effort. But we've been around here for a long time. We know how y'all like to eat the paint. We know what to look for. You guys can see I'm applying these little highlights in all the areas where light would catch, or areas where I want to kind of reinforce the shapes of the model. Ghost Hunter, I eat the paint because I can't use a big brush like Baby J. You can use a big brush. He's got practice with it. Can't wait to learn how to make my paint jobs look so smooth. Most of my stuff you can see faint brush strokes. I mean, hey, look, you can see that stuff in a lot of my work too. It's not something that it just goes away. It takes a lot of work to get rid of all of those extra brush strokes, right? And having some texture to your model is a good thing. Remember, the world around you is full of texture. Very few things, if any, have no texture to them and are completely and perfectly smooth, right? You think about that for a second, you realize that, you know, smooth blends are kind of not all they're cracked up to be. You start to realize that using brush strokes as a form of texture on your miniature can be a really exciting way to create contrast. You're afraid of getting paint where you don't want it? Gives you anxiety, Baby J? I mean, hey, look, if the more you practice, the less you're going to get stuff in places where you don't want it. That's just the truth. If you put your time and effort in and you work on your brush control, you'll get better and better at controlling your brush. And you won't have as many of those problems. You think you're Lord of the Rings damaged because you read the username as Monument Hobbits? Hey, how's it going? Welcome, Minimal Trace. We do like some Lord of the Rings around here, so, you know, maybe it makes sense a little bit. We have a decent amount of Lord of the Rings armies in the studio. Jason's got a Rohan army floating around here. And I've got some miniatures for my Hobbit army. Let's see if I can find it. Whoop. Yeah, we got like a big old Lord of the Rings troll here. We like Lord of the Rings around here. Nothing wrong with it. Megalodon Jaws, I encourage you to try the Lord of the Rings battle strategy game. Don't do War of the Ring. It is a bad game. Also, it's way more expensive than playing Lord of the Rings battle strategy game, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Megalodon Jaws, you can get a whole army for this game for like $50 because you don't need that many models. It's actually a pretty low model count game. Yeah, for real. Like I bet you if you went on eBay right now and you looked for some orcs, you could probably find like 20 orcs for like 20 or $30. And that's like most of an army. Like you can probably find the Morannon orcs for pretty cheap, and I think it comes with like 20 or 40 of them. And then you could just buy like the Witch King as a bad guy character, and he's like $25. Yeah, it's really cheap. You'd want to play Gondor? I mean, there's an actual like Gondor box. I want to say it's like less than $100, and that's like a fully playable army. And you can play Gandalf the White, which is super cool, and he comes on a sick horse. It's a fantastic model. You should check it out. Yeah, it is really not as expensive as you think it is. Like you might have like 12 guys total, and that's it. Yeah, you get a Gandalf that's on Shadowfax, and you get a standing Gandalf that's off of Shadowfax. And he's really good. He's really good. And the cool thing about that game is all of your heroes feel like heroes. They have like special points that you can spend throughout the game to like modify dice rolls and stuff. It's a really, really neat game. And they just came out with a bunch of new starter sets for it as well. So you should be able to find the Gondor starter set at a pretty decent deal. Yeah, most people play that game at about 500 points. Megalodon. So once you start getting in there and you're looking at how many points things are, your characters take up a substantial portion of that point allotment. Like you'll spend 100 points on a character pretty easy. The evil side is a lot easier to do that with because orcs are dirt cheap because they suck. And elves are like pretty low model count because all of their models are generally very good stat wise. But I mean, you can definitely have orcs beat up on elves. So it's not like the game is unbalanced, because basically the way that it works is, like, let's say you have an elf that's fighting an orc. You each character. So basically, for every attack that model has, you roll a die against each other. So if I have an orc with one attack, I'll roll one die. If you have an elf with two attacks, you roll two dice. Whoever rolls the highest on a d6 wins the fight. And then you do damage calculation for like for armor, and then you roll another die to see how much damage you do. But the cool thing is, and this is where having like better stats makes sense, is if you're a orc or if you're an elf, you have a different fight value, and your elves are going to be higher fight value than your orcs. So when you have a higher fight value than your opponent, you win ties. So it's a lot easier for you to hit your opponent if you have a higher fight value. But elves are not very strong. They're like pretty frail and weak as far as the like hitting power is concerned. So you're gonna win a lot of your dice rolls, but you're not gonna kill stuff as much. Whereas like orcs are typically a little bit stronger because they're, you know, bulkier and beefier, but they're not as quick and they're not as agile, so their fighting skill is not as good. So there's a lot of cool stuff like that in the game. It's really fun. And it looks great. The models for that game are really cool. Like, I mean, these are some pretty old models, but like here's a partially painted Rohirrim Knight. And here's an archer. And these things paint up super fast. I mean, I painted up, like, they're great for doing really fast army painting on. I think I painted my whole army. I have like a huge Mordor army with like 60 orcs and a bunch of other stuff in it, like the Witch King, a bunch of other like fancy stuff. And I think I painted that whole army in like 12 hours or something. Or the vast majority of it I painted in 12 hours. It's crazy fast. Wad Tomato, no, you can't. I paint like a rocket. I paint really fast. Yeah. Like I said, Megalodon Jaws, it's cheap. And I think that Gondor Battle Host comes with Gandalf. It's like Gandalf plus like probably 24 of the knights. And I think you might get like another, like some of the other like the Rangers. I think you get some of the Rangers as well. And that's like literally all you need. That is all you need for an army. So we're talking about the Middle-earth battle strategy game. It's a Games Workshop Lord of the Rings skirmish war game. Gandalf, a Hobbit, and like 20-ish knights. Yeah, that's great. So you have Gandalf, and you have it's probably Pippin. And then you have 20 knights. 33 minis. Yeah, that's a ton. That's crazy. For $70, if you can get it online from an online retailer for $70, do it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's actually really surprising how low the buy-in is for it, Slovik. Oh, you do get some mounted knights. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and the way that the army builder for it works is like, I bet your Gandalf is probably like 200 points, 240 points maybe. And then you can probably pay, I think it's like 20 points for Shadowfax, maybe 30 because it has special abilities because it's Shadowfax. And then the rest of your dudes are probably like 8 to 10 points a piece. So you probably take like another 10 to 15 of them. And then you take Pippin, who's probably like 80 points or something like that, to command some of them as well. Yeah, the game is super cool. It's super fast. It's definitely old school. You'll get a really neat old school vibe when you're looking through the rules and reading how the game works, because it feels like it doesn't have a lot of the fancy rules that you'll get in like 40K or Age of Sigmar or stuff like that. It's much more simplified, which is crazy. But the game is really good, and they've had it for a long time, and it honestly single-handedly carried them through the early 2000s. Like, it made Games Workshop blow up when they got that license and made that game. Yeah, I mean, MCP is probably the most expensive skirmish game you can play. Like each individual model is like $20, $20 to $25. It is unironically probably one of the best games that they make. Like of the best games that they make, which are probably things like let's see here. Titanicus is fantastic. Middle Earth Battle Strategy game is fantastic. Horus Heresy is pretty good. But I think Adeptus Titanicus is probably the best, followed shortly by Lord of the Rings, or the other way around, depending on your preference. Azathoth, have you played the other games? Because I think you would be surprised how good those other games are. I'm not saying that Kill Team is a bad game. Generally speaking, all of their like subsidiary games, their like secondary background games are very good, or generally pretty good. Necromunda's a bit of a mess, but you know, Kill Team I've heard really good things about. Warcry I've heard really good things about. Underworlds is good. But Titanicus is like a really fantastic game, and it more than almost any other game in their repertoire, like gives you the feeling of big huge robots shooting each other from across like a really large expansive like table. So it really like it, and I'm not usually somebody who like feels that kind of thing, so when I get into it like that, I'm like, wow, this game is doing something different that other games just don't do. Okay, so you have played Middle Earth Battle Strategy game. Cool. Yeah, it's not for everyone. I personally think it's probably the best game that they make, with the exception maybe of Titanicus. But I also haven't played much Kill Team, so you know, maybe my opinion will change once I get a little bit more time to grind out some Kill Team stuff. So I'll keep an eye on it as Thoth, and I'll bring it up. Yeah, Aeronautica I've heard is okay, but Titanicus is a blast. It's really, really fun. G4AC Ride-On. Oh, hey, Ride-On. Yeah, it's crazy underplayed. Your local community just started getting into it. Yeah, it's awesome. Slovak, I have not played Warcry. It's one of the games that I have not gotten around to trying yet. But I have heard good things. All their skirmish games are fun. It's funny, but the two games that they really have big problems with are 40K and Age of Sigmar. And I think Age of Sigmar is in a pretty decent spot, all things considered. It's got some issues that I don't particularly care for. 40K is getting better-ish. But when you run comparisons to their other games are just great. I think they're less hamstrung by limitations on how they're designed. Because they're made by completely different studios. So like they're both Games Workshop studios, but they're not run in tandem with one another. You did make it back in time, Clarkatron. You got 7 minutes. Warcry is fun for a we play 3 games in 2 hours beer and pretzels game. I mean, that's awesome. Like, that's the perfect kind of game for some people, Azathoth. I definitely like that kind of stuff. Death Room Pulsar, anybody have a good suggestion on a 3D printer? Because GW prices for some of the models is a little rich for your blood. I do not personally, but in the Discord, there's definitely a great... we're running into some internet issues. Hold on, you guys. If you can hear me, we're... Death Room Pulsar, yeah, if you look at our Discord, which I'll put a link up for here in a minute, we will be able to... You could probably ask in the Discord and get some good feedback. Yes, you can, T-Schmidt. You can run all Ents. It's actually not bad either. They're pretty good. Thank you, T. Schmidt. and Ghost Hunter. Unfortunately, I don't have a keyboard and we have no producer today, so I'm a little limited. Hey, Gabe, if you can hear me, I hope you can. We're having some weird internet issues. Is somebody doing something untoward out there? Oh, shoot. We're losing out hard. Hold on, you guys. Oh my gosh. Hello? Can you hear me? Is the stream still working for you guys? Please let me know. Oh my gosh. Man, the stream is just dead. Of course. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna go figure out if we can't get something sorted with Gabe. Let's see. Gabe. Alright, let's see here. Oh, we're still in the red. Dang it, guys. I'm working with Gabe. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Hello. Yeah, we're at 0 right now. Then it jumps up to like 1200, back to 0. Yeah, we're gonna see what we can do to get it fixed, you guys. Yeah, we should probably dump the stream and try it. Ooh, that's... Yeah. Hey guys, we're gonna try, and you want to try restart it and run it back again?
Sure. We do that.
Yeah. Oh, it's jumping back up.
No.
No, it's not. Well, the numbers are super odd. That's really bizarre.
We're still dropping a lot of frames here. Oh,
Oh,
green.
oh,
Green is good.
look at that. I threatened to turn it off, and it said, "Hey, hey, hey, we don't want to do that." Hello, we're back. I think
Yeah, it's weird.
should be working now. Yeah, it's looking like it's back in the green.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Well,
Hello.
hi.
It's a Jabe.
Well, since you're here and it's that time anyways, do we want to get the thing set up real quick?
Yes. I actually don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me hop over there and I will see what I can do to get it sorted. And also turn the light on so you can see me. Ha. Hello, everyone. Can you see me and hear me? Ooh, this sounds so sultry over here. Okay, so we're gonna try and figure this out. I think it's this one. We're gonna go here. Ah, that's probably why it's doing weird stuff. Do this. Give us just a minute, you guys. Yeah, at least we're back. I threatened to turn the stream off and then turn it back on again, and then why is it? This is really weird. Why is this drive? Oh, this is probably it actually. Nope. Why can I not find? Hang on, guys. Hang on. Let me ask Gabe really quick. Do this. Maybe just do it this way. Pardon me, you guys. Just bear with us here for a second. So it's a weird day to be doing a bunch of solo stuff. There we go. Got this. Alrighty, so let's do this. We got the, oh, what are we doing? Man, this computer is not liking life right now. Alright, so Halloween spooky month we got sorted. We're gonna go to whip. Nope, we don't want that. We want this. Aha! Aha! Hello! There we go. We have solved the problem, everyone. Welcome to... can I do it this way? Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our spooky October Discord challenge. We are going to go through all 35 of our wonderful submissions for this month, and we're going to pick a couple of winners. Because I'm in charge right now. I'm the boss. So we're going to do that. We're going to start with a pretty cool one. Arctic Mini Painting Studio's wife. This is not Arctic himself. This is his wife. I don't know why Arctic did not participate this month, but convinced his wife to do so. This is really cool. This is a very, very, very bloody pumpkin man. Pumpkin scarecrow? Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. So we got Pumpkin Man, we got a bunch of blood on it. It's really cool. I like this so far. Got a bunch of stuff on the base. I don't even know what that is. Like I don't know, is that a person? Is that some parts? I don't even know. Let's check out the next one. We got Awkwardish Panda with a really, really cool model here. I have no idea what this is from. You guys always pick out the weirdest stuff that I have never seen in my life, which is awesome. Speaking of awesome, this is awesome. Really clean work. I really like the color choices. That's a weird goblin dude. It's like the Addams Family. Yeah, that's definitely the vibe that I'm getting here. But I'm liking this a lot. I really like the skin tone here. Nice job on the eyes. Yeah, this is really sweet. I like the texture that you got in the wood. Perfect. We got Ben Norman. Really, really sweet. Is this a custom version? No, this is not a custom version. This is just one of the options, I think. But this is sweet. Some nice, simple, glowy skin tone, which looks like it was done with an airbrush. Yes, Spatsnat, you are correct. It is his wife's mini, not his wife. I don't think his wife is a pumpkin scarecrow with a scythe and a bunch of blood all over her. But you never know. Maybe 2 days ago, that's what it was. Oh, I hear a man, Jason himself, is back. I don't know if he's going to be joining us. Maybe he'll swing in before we're done. But this is really sweet, Ben. Good job. I like this a lot. It's not the standard. That's the standard lore, not the lack of. Okay, cool. I thought so for a second. Couldn't tell. And we got another one, which is really sweet. Ben Norman got his daughter involved in painting a submission this month, and this is actually really clean. I love this. This is great. The skin, I actually really like the face on this. The red eyes is really nice. Got some nice shadow up in towards the head. Some nice shading down in the kind of the bend of that arm. I really like that this month we got a whole bunch of like parent-daughter or parent-child participation or spouse participation, which is also sweet. Getting all your significant others into painting. This is a blast. So Ben Norman's daughter, unnamed. This is really fantastic. Good job. Clarkatron, I know you're here. You made it back. This is a wild model. Is this like supposed to be a pumpkin head? I can't tell. It looks like it's got the like ridges on the back for being a pumpkin, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on with this. It's really cool though. I really like the glow and the eyes that you got on the pumpkin here, and the stab from the knife. Hello.
Oh, you doing the review?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
You want to hop in and see what's going on? Yeah. Guess who we brought back today? We have brought back our fearless leader. Oh, we don't have chair on this one. Well,
they'll get the voice of doom.
the voice of doom. Welcome back.
Oh.
Hello.
Good to have you here.
Hello. It's good to be here.
Man, our audio sounds so cool over here. I've never actually had the headset on before.
Thanks for inviting me.
It's quite nice.
I am happy to be on your sexy little soiree.
So I can roll back. We're only about 5 in, so I can roll you back to the
No.
front.
You can keep going.
Okay.
Don't let me interrupt.
Cool. All right. So Clarkatron, this is awesome. Oh my god, I'm like kicking stuff down here. Ugh.
Hi, Chad.
We're moving along here. We got Dark Soul Paladin with a sweet Cthulhu monster with an anchor.
Ooh.
I like it. I like the work on the belt with the little. I'm not sure what they are, but they're little like orbs and nets.
I just like this
Blood.
one's creepy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is the spooky month, so they've all got to look kind
Well,
of.
this is just a good choice.
I
right?
agree. They've all been very good choices. So this is awesome, Dark Soul. I don't know if you're here, but great job.
Hello, Megalodon.
We have Dice Goblin Riddles. Did 2 technically, 2 different werewolves. Very on brand for Halloween, which is awesome. I really like the kind of the dark gradient where the like extremities, like the hands and the feet and the nose, start with like a really dark skin, and then it goes into that kind of like lighter fur covered skin. I really like.
Dark Soul is here, by the way.
Oh, Dark Soul is here. Hello, Dark Soul. Great job. We had a lot of submissions this month.
Hey,
by the
Panic
way.
Bomb. How are
Jason.
you? Hi, Wad.
We had 35 submissions.
Oh, I like it. That's a lot.
It's a
People
ton.
like spooky crap, turns out.
I know. Well, the other thing that's really cool too is we have 2 parent-child dual submissions, and we had 1 spouse submission, which is great. Arctic's wife submitted a model.
Wait.
really cool.
Who said you people could go out and grow the hobby
Who said that?
into your family members?
I think we did.
That's like, that's so dangerous.
I think we might have suggested that.
I love
to
it.
be fair,
I
love
love
it.
it.
I've been shouting my praises about it the whole afternoon.
That's awesome.
Face Smasher. Every time I look at this name, your name, Face Smasher, I want to say Face Smasher.
Yes.
And it freaks me out every time I read it because I'm like, I'm doing it wrong. But you know who is doing it right? Face Smasher. Because this model is sweet. I really like this glow coming out of the middle of this tree.
What's going on, Delta?
It's like a ghost coming out of the tree. This is actually a really sweet model.
I love the glow. The glow's done really well.
Yeah, it's like a ghost.
Everything else is so desaturated dark palette,
Yeah.
and then just the glow punches you in the face.
But it also has like some color to it too, which is nice.
1 million punches in the face.
I actually also think they have a nice little like bluish cool glow for their lighting coming from the right side, and contrasted with some like warmer glow on the left side, which is a really nice compositional lighting.
Oh, look, Paint Liquor, he broke the code. The name is really Fa Smasher. It's Foss Smasher.
Foss Smasher.
Foss Smasher.
Ah, I see.
Foss Smasher.
I get it.
Deadbeat, it wasn't me. It might have been me, but I'm gonna stick with it wasn't me.
I'll take the heat for that.
It's spooky. It's spooky picture day, so we have to have disembodied voice Jason.
Uh-huh.
I'm enjoying your artwork.
We got game delay coming up next
Can't trust that guy.
with it, and actually a really fantastic witch. This is really cool. I really like the face. The glow's really nice. You got this like flamey, magic-y stuff going on. The book is really cool. The glowing runes in the book is really, really nicely done. Somebody picked up some cool things from our white challenge the month before. Got this really nice shirt in white. Lots of color in there incorporated. I like it a lot. The bringing all that purple into all the shadows is looking good. Missing out a little bit on the back of the like waist cloak thing. I think there could be some nice purple in there, but well, no, because it's actually glow from the book.
Yeah, I think that's a glow.
It is glow from the book. Yeah. But yeah, it looks really nice. I like it a lot. Game delay. You can't listen right now. That's a bummer. We're on your model. Game delay.
He's going to try to tell us he's on the line with a client, charging him $100 million an hour.
Hey, I'm just saying you should hang up on your client to chat with us.
You tell your client. You tell your client that there are more important things going on in your life right now.
It's true.
He does like medical benefit law. So maybe we shouldn't tell him that because that would
that's
possibly really ruin somebody's
It is
day.
really important for you to be doing your job.
But it's easy for us to sit here and say, we're the most important thing in your life.
Yep.
Friendo.
This is a great job. I am really excited about to see.
Baby J hovered that mouse over your model's boobs for like 2 minutes and he can't even listen in.
Hey, come on now. All right, we're moving on.
Again, I'm really liking the things people are doing with their OSL.
I am too. It's great.
Hey, is it the rat guy?
This is the rat vampire guy. I believe so. By the fact that there's a bunch of rat
tails
out of his cloak. I like this.
This one weirds me out. Like, what's going
one.
on with the rat tails?
I'm not sure that I want to know.
Hoosier, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the vampire count. The whatever they call them now.
Great job. I like it. I like the base. I like all the colors you chose.
I love
like
the
that
dead
they're-
skin.
Yeah, the dead skin looks really good. You got a nice color palette for like a cold winter environment. Like even this pink still feels like it makes sense in the kind of cold environment you got going on. I dig it. Great job. Lumberjack Tim. This man took advantage.
No wings.
He took advantage of the extra day that we gave everybody. He was like, "Ooh, I get extra time. Here, do this picture instead."
Fail. No wings.
Yep. We're just going to go ahead and pass along beyond this model. No credit at all. Looks like it's still a little bit of a work in progress. I can see some of this gold looks like it's still base coated. But the soles are looking pretty solid so far. I think you got the great idea going on the back foot there. Those nice banding, the band of light that goes along the back.
Yeah, that's the strongest of the non-metallic that I'm seeing. I know that in the other photo that I saw, the sword was coming along pretty good too, so I'm liking that. But the back of that calf
is
area
really nice.
on the greave is really, really nice.
Yeah, you have the right. Hi, Jen. Well, I can't do this from there. I have to do it from here.
He's doing the Halloween spoofy
Oh, that's right. It's the review.
October review
Yeah.
month. So
Yeah. Come join us.
I gotta get
she's got to get home.
okay.
Yeah.
I also really like the red leather with the purple
That's
shading
really
on it.
nice.
Looks really good too.
I made sure to put that photo in here. He gave us like 5 or 6 photos.
Yep.
And I really liked how that turned out, so I wanted to
It's looking
put
really
it
good.
in here.
He was
Jen,
here just a second ago. Now he's being quiet.
We had 35 submissions, Jen.
Nice.
35. It's a lot. You guys are awesome.
Hello, everyone.
We got Lions Pride Creations
Heath
with
Licker.
another weird, creepy model.
That one is
That one.
very weird and creepy. Like I'm not
That's cool though. I really like
It's
that one.
cool.
like is her clothing like a pet?
Yeah.
Like can she take that
don't-
off?
I like
I
that.
don't know.
Like do you hang that in the closet and just listen to it grumble all the time until you wear it the next time? I have a lot of questions.
Beholder dress.
It's
I
a
have-
beholder dress.
It is
That's what it looks like.
behold her dress.
Where are the other eyeballs?
Oh, the beholder has more.
It
like the
has
little
quite a
tentacles with
few
the eyes
tentacle
and stuff on it.
eyeballs.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there are tentacles underneath the dress, but
They don't appear to have
they don't
eyes.
appear to have eyeballs on the ends.
It's a girl with a monster on her, or is it a monster with a girl growing out of it? See, I have a lot of questions. It's like a mimic. It's like a mimic girl.
Yeah.
The
that-
dress
that's a
is the
pretty-
character. It feels like that's the way it should be, and the
Marry
rest
the
is just
mimic
like a
girl.
doll.
The dress is a mimic.
Lion Creator said marry the mimic girl.
That's cool. This is great. Lion's Pride. Lion Creative. Hello. Great job.
Tim, drive safe.
Drive.
He says I'm
safely.
driving,
Yes.
listening to the feedback.
Listen to the feedback.
He was all bitching because he was like very like hating his non-metallic metal. I remember him in chat one day talking about how he was so upset with it. But I think you're doing really well with this deal.
Yeah. I mean, I think you.
Oh
you
yeah, it looks good.
yeah.
The only thing you're really lacking is the darkness, right? Most of your metal exists in the mid-tone range, and then bright highlights. So the darkness is all along the panel lines, as opposed to being able to exist on the surfaces themselves
Right.
as dark reflection. So, and again, that's the hardest part to get registering in your head.
Yeah.
Because your mid-tone blue and the bright whites and stuff are fantastic. You just now need to move out of that mid-tone blue quicker into darker areas
Right.
to give darker reflective spots in your solid.
I think you also picked a really complicated model. There's a lot of
Well, there's
really
a lot of
odd
overlapping
shapes.
parts, a lot of odd shapes. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a tough one.
Like the shoulder pads in particular, these are really hard to paint in non-metallic because they have really bizarre shapes.
Yeah, because on the flatter faces of the sword, it's looking really, really good.
Yeah, I particularly like the top part of the sword over here.
And the cylinder of the calf, right? Because you get a good, really simple general shape, even though you have the layered armor across the back of the calf. Yeah, on the backside.
That part
Yeah.
is what's
Yeah, it looks really good.
I need to remember to bump all these photos back up next time I do this, so that because I forget that the bottom part gets cut off a lot. Let's speed back to where we were. M. Christensen, hello. I like this a lot. This is very Halloween. Like this might be one of the most like Halloween feeling
Say it.
models for me.
It's the most what?
But Halloween models?
Halloweeny, perhaps?
Halloweeny? Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird.
The adjective is Halloweeny.
It's weird. It sounds weird.
It's a very
when I say
Halloweeny
it.
It's
model.
supposed to sound weird. That's why
Jordan.
it's fun.
I know. Okay, fine. It's a very Halloweeny model. Halloweeny.
Most Halloween-like. That's boring.
Halloweeny, Mo.
Yeah, Halloweeny.
This is great though. I really like this.
Ghost says, whoa, take it easy. This is a PG stream.
Is it?
Yeah, it is in
definitely
fact a
a
PG
weenie.
stream. We had to censor some stuff.
Uh-oh.
We had to what?
Censor some stuff.
What?
Remember the photo that I talked to you
Oh, there's
about?
a fun one, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you already show that one?
No, it's the last one in here.
Paint Licker's like, he said weenie.
Weenie.
Jordan say weenie.
Yeah, I like this. This is a fun model.
Halloween.
It has a good whimsy to it with the jack-o'-lantern
Yep.
and the cat.
It's like,
I like
all
it.
of the elements of like a Halloween witch. You got like the broom, the cat, the pumpkin.
And I like that there's some bright color on it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
you could have chosen to do this all dark and it wouldn't have carried that whimsy through very well. So I really like the color palette done here.
Great job. Mike Essie. I love this one.
Okay, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is like the headless goblin, except in place of his head, he has like a blown out pumpkin,
So this is
and he's carrying his head.
an MCP model that's been heavily converted,
Yeah,
which
That's
is
pretty cool.
fantastic.
yeah,
The
I dig it.
pumpkin swapped for his head, which I didn't even notice until you just mentioned it.
Yeah, he's
which is awesome.
he's got his head in his hand.
I really like the purple smoke. I
Oh,
think
in
that's
his
really
right
general.
hand.
Yeah, he's carrying
Oh, now
he's
I
carrying
get it.
his head in his hand like
I
the
was
headless
looking at his left
horseman.
hand, I'm like, he's just got another little pumpkin.
Yeah, it's really
His
cool.
left
The
hand.
pumpkin's like all torn up though, the
Yeah.
face
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
right?
I love it. Like it's like a rotted, deteriorated
That's
pumpkin.
cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and I like the smoke. Great execution.
Halloween.
Great job.
Very
Mike.
Hallowangy.
Halloween is my new favorite holiday.
It's very
We got
Halloween-y.
Mo.
Well, that's cute.
I was hoping to get some other angles for this.
Oh,
movie.
look at it! Get off my yard!
Get off my yard.
Oh, get out of my yard! You're being way too formal. It's just get off my yard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It reminds me of Elphaba.
Who?
Wicked. The
Oh.
Wicked Witch, the Green Witch from
Oh yeah.
Wizard of Oz, from Wicked.
What was her name?
Elphaba.
Elsaba?
Elphaba.
Elphaba?
Elphaba.
ELPHABA.
Oh. Well, okay.
Hi, Mr. Funkadizzle. We are going over all of the submissions for our October Discord challenge. Every month, we give out a prompt for everybody in our Discord to participate in if they want to.
Oh, yeah,
it's
there's
a
a
challenge to paint a cool mini
There's a little frog.
based on our
The
prompt.
little orange and
Yeah, orange frog, orange and blue.
T. Schmidt was so kind to put up the Discord link so you can check it out. We archive all of our old previous challenges as well, so if you want to check them out, you can get in there and see what it's all about.
Mo, are you supposed to post more than 2 what? Pictures? No.
Well, Mo posted 2, but one was like a close up of the crab.
Mm-hmm.
That like only captured like her hip down and it was focused on the crab. So it was like this photo and then one that was just like kind of the same thing but with the crab. More as the focus.
Mo, what Baby J is saying is that he dissed you.
And yet you can post. I like to get 2 solid photos at decent angles so that you guys can have your models well represented. Some people still post like 10 photos. And I'll just pick which ones I want to use. But sometimes we only get one, or we get one and we get one that just is kind of the same one or is hard to identify. So I'll just use one in that case generally.
Mo has been here longer than you've been alive. Show some respect to your elders, Baby J.
Mo, you know how much I adore you. Okay?
It is kind of weird, Mo. He talks about you all the time.
Nothing
So-
but love in my heart for the Mo's, man.
It's very weird around here. Sometimes we have to get him to shut up just so the meeting can continue.
Yep.
Baby J, we need you to stop talking about Mo.
But
This is a marketing meeting, not a Mo meeting.
But Mo, it's Mo. We like Mo. All right, we're gonna move along. Great job, Mo. Oh, whoop, whoop, nerd gun.
Wait, whoa, what's happening here?
Holy death.
That is
Yes.
disturbing.
This is a crazy model.
Waving my cane at you, Baby J.
Oh my God! Don't wave your cane at me, please. I don't deserve it. This is wild. I'm like trying to just like process all of the things that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Like 7 pictures there, and poor Mo gets 1.
Well, actually, this is 2 photos. This photo was a collage that Nerd Gun submitted.
Oh, I
and
think
then,
Nerdgun said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I even posted a whole bunch of pictures for you.
Yeah.
In the collage, so you didn't have to do the work.
But the first one, the had a better close up, and it was a little less like gray. So I figured it was a good balancing point to get a close up of the faces.
Can I ask a question?
To whom?
What's going on with the zombie one's right arm?
I don't know. I was trying to sort that out.
It's like there's like some weird stuff going on here. Yeah, that big no, the right arm from the zombie guy. I'm assuming that's like the lich guy. The blue guy's like the lich guy in my mind, and the zombie guy's in his arm, like he's holding back the zombie guy who's trying to stab somebody. Right?
It looks like it might be coming out of him. Because if you look at the center photo on the bottom.
Oh wow, yeah, it is. It's like growing out of him. It's like a symbiote.
Yeah.
And he's trying to maintain his symbiote.
Yeah.
That's like trying to stab. This is crazy, dude.
Definitely nailed the spooky part of
Yeah, this is crazy.
Disturbing.
Very interesting art composition. So
The same guy.
I love the way the color is worked in there to really. I'm not distracted by the color.
Yep.
it just plays right along with this whole disturbing kind of scene that's going on here.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Dagger or whatever in that top left one.
Yeah, his knife. The only thing that I would say on a model like this is that I'm missing a little bit of continuity because the blade really catches my eye with the warm glow to the right, cool glow to the left. And then we have the characters in those two color palettes,
Correct.
but not any longer maintaining lighting necessarily.
That's
There's a
the
little
point,
bit to the right and low on the blue guy where I'm seeing like green on the ribs and that warm underlighting on his like pec muscle, right? But then I'm not seeing the blue lighting anywhere. I think it would have helped to have maybe picked a color of lighting on the dagger that was different from the overall color of the skin on the guy in the back, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I think like an interesting, like you could have done like a nice magenta glow. I think would have been really interesting here, or like green.
Something like in the purpley tones, I think would have worked really well with everything that was going on here. But it's a fantastic piece.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this is. I'm nitpicking over here. But yeah, this is great. Good job, Nerd Gun.
Game really says in my head this one is called David and Absalom.
I definitely messaged Nerd Gun when I saw this, and I was like, "Where the heck did you get this model? This is crazy."
It's crazy. It's probably like a 3D print, right?
I think it's actually from a place.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was saying that the people who make it reach out to him.
Oh, very cool.
Nutrimenta. This is great. Very Dracula vibes.
Yes, those are bats.
Bats.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
don't
Not
like
not a
that.
bat
Jen
person.
loves bats.
Loves them.
That yellow does look great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
very vibrant.
Vibrant
Mhm.
yellow.
it just pops.
Very, very vibrant.
Well done, Nutrimenta. I like this a lot. This is a cool model. I keep on saying it. Is like every time I see these challenges, I see like tons of models that I have literally never seen before in my life, which is awesome. It's cool to me that I can go through all of these challenges and I'm just like, where did these people get these? I have no idea.
There are so many models available.
I
Oh
know.
my god.
But I'm like, I feel like I'm pretty like tuned in to a lot of things. The only thing is, yeah, it's like the Titan Forge stuff and a lot of the like 3D printing stuff I don't follow quite as much. But this is great, Nutrimenta.
You can't really you can follow a couple of creators, but you
Oh.
can't follow like STLs in general.
Yeah,
There's just too many of them.
I love this paint.
I like
lacquer.
this one.
This is really cool.
Another kind of whimsical one,
Mhm.
Yeah,
right?
this gives me like
Like the scarecrow.
Halloween, Legend of Zelda vibes.
I was gonna say, or Nightmare Before Christmas kind of thing.
Yep,
Is
Yep.
he playing a flute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is super cool. Good color choices. I like the lanterns at the bottom.
Yeah, I like the subtle quartering of the purple and green.
Yep. Yep.
Gloves and boots.
Because it's quartered, but it doesn't look like it's quartered because of how the composition is. Yeah, Nightmare meets Majora's Mask. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
Oh,
thinking
I
of.
see what you're saying. Yeah. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mindwork Games Mini, in fact.
This is from Mindwork Games?
That's what Paperlooker said.
Oh, wow.
I gotta go.
Bye, Jen.
Bye.
All right. Panic Bomb was an overachiever and did 2 submissions this month. I mean,
Is
we've
what
allowed it
allowed?
in the past.
The entering 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They went through the effort to put 2 in. I'll put 2 in. Very cool spooky horses.
Some of these models are some of my favorites
Night
from
Haunt.
Games Workshop. I just don't like Night Haunt.
Yeah. It's I know what you mean.
Well, it says he's playing a wood instrument, but he's made of wood.
Hey, I'm not
gonna ask too many
questions.
Hmm.
Not too many. We'll ask a couple. But yeah, I like this a lot. You got a nice blue, kind of teal blue to the spectrally horses.
Panic Bomb, you painted so many scary things or spooky things this month.
Overachiever. This is great. Let's look at Panic Bomb's number 2 submission.
The back-to-back.
The back-to-back.
A demon.
A demon. I like the choice for the wing membrane color a lot. And the shadows. This is like deep magenta. There's dark magenta, probably. It's very cool. I like that the red is not super heavily highlighted. It kind of has a nice amount of gradient to it, but red doesn't usually need a ton. It might need a little bit more than what we're getting here, but it still feels very red, which I like. Boom. We got red Xiphos painting not a red model. I actually really like the metal on this. Even though the color palette is like all very similar, the non-metallic metal reads so well against the rest of the model, at least on the scythe here. This is a crazy one. See here. We got Rhydon, who I think is here. Rhydon, you are here. I think you were here earlier.
Ooh. Like the orange cloak.
Yeah, it's a good choice to break up the color for this.
Yeah, it's a good punchy color in the middle of like that almost monochromatic, deathly blue, and then orange.
Yep. I like it. Good job on the face too. I like the gradients going on in the face. Nice white eyes.
I like this one's hair.
The hair is weird.
I feel like I want to do my hair like that.
I would love to see it. I'm
not going to grow it out.
You sure?
Yeah.
You could style a wig like this.
I'm not going to do it. I mean, no, I'm not going to do it. Wigs are hot, dude.
Yeah, hats are hot. You
don't realize that your head has to breathe until you put on a non-perforated hat, a non-vented hat. That's why we're trucker hats only.
Yeah. Great job. I like the composition of this a lot.
It's weird because the stuff on the ground makes it almost feel like it's underwater.
It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got that kind of like cool underwater vibe.
Yeah.
But the orange kind of brings it back to earth.
Right on. What's going on?
Right on. Hello. Great job with this. You did a really good job. I like this a lot. Very cool. Got Siege. Another cool model. Some weird wave action going on. Some weird tentacle monster coming out of this guy's back. It's neat.
Yeah, again, it's like some of these models are like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what these characters are, because this is a very unique one, too, with all the tentacles in the back.
Nerd Gun, your model sucked. We hated it.
That's
We
not
just
nice.
skipped right over it. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, I loved it.
That's not nice.
It's a great job.
Why are you being mean to Nerd Gun?
Because he showed up
Nerd
late.
Gun, you did a great job. Don't listen to Baby Joe. He's a mean person. He's like, well, okay, bye.
No. No.
DQ'd for being too good. He got disqualified.
Where are those tentacles coming from? I don't know.
I feel like out of his back, right?
I would assume so. It's funny. It's kind of giving me that like whole like kitsune vibe with all the tails, but they're tentacles instead. Very interesting. And Nerd Gun, to be frank, I was joking. We thought your model was very, very nice. And it was well done. Naito Kitsune. Kitsunes are in fact the best. Yeah, this is cool. I like this a lot. Seabell, S-Bell, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name. But I like it. Very, very Halloween-y monsters. Got the scarecrow something or other going on here. I like it.
What were the dudes from the Grimkin called?
Oh, goodness gracious.
These feel like those.
So there's Holloman, and then there's
Holloman had the guns.
They had the guns. They were like the ghostly guns that like would teleport around at the beginning of their turn.
Yeah.
And then there were these guys. Oh gosh, what were they called? I don't remember off the top of my head. I love that faction though. That faction is.
It was my favorite.
It's so
Trolls
cool.
and Grimkin were my favorite.
Yeah, Grimkin was a blast. Yeah, this is great. We also have S. Beale's Donner, who submitted a very cool model.
Okay, now this is super spooky. This is like a skeleton centaur.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, by the way.
This is rad. And thank you, if you are here, thank you for involving your children in this, your Donner.
She did a great job.
Cool. She did a great job.
Yeah, it's a fun model.
Yeah, I saw
The
that. I was like,
Skeletor. Oh, that's so good.
the Skeletor. That's great.
Oh, Kitsune, that's so good.
We got Scott Radham.
Oh,
I love this.
Scott, you killed it.
The skin on this is like, you know, it's really funny. Like the color palette for this is very reminiscent of like Ben's work, Ben Comets.
Yeah.
It's like very similar to the color palettes that he uses for a lot of his highlighting because he uses a lot of white.
Yeah, I really, really like this. You know what? I really like the like wet stone on the ground.
Yeah, it looks
and
great.
the skin, and even the simplicity of the blue pants works really well.
Yep.
Everything works really, really well together. I like this one a lot.
This is
And
fantastic.
it is utterly disturbing.
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, I really like the slight yellowing of the teeth in the mouth look really good. The bruising around the stitches and stuff like that. It's great. This is really, really fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. He just needs a hug and a towel.
Shard.
Which one first? Shouldn't you give him the towel before the hug? I feel like you
yes.
say, like, here, you might want to wipe that up before I hug you.
Here's a towel.
Wipe
then
this and I'll
another
give you a
towel,
hug.
And then another towel.
Shard, another great job with some glow. I love the bright glow and then the desaturated palette that a couple of people have chosen to do rather than losing the glow in oversaturating other colors. These work really well.
Yeah, I really like
This looks like
glow.
LEDs in the hoods.
It's really bright.
Yeah.
Like you got a really nice amount of contrast in there using the desaturated tones comparatively to all the fluorescence it looks like you used. Which is awesome. And it's
Hug
cool
first,
composition.
then towel. Oh.
Nope. No.
I guess so. It depends on if it's laundry day or not.
We got Slovak's first model.
It goes, wait, you get a
Or not
towel first?
model. So Slovak was talking a little bit about this miniature. This is the first time Slovak has used not contrast or speed paints.
Oh,
for a
fantastic.
miniature. And
Fantastic.
They were asking a chick and see how well it went, and I said, this is very successful.
Fantastic.
It's one of those things we were talking about how, you know...
I love the bravery to step outside the box, right?
It's a challenge to get past that initial experience of, you know, I don't have these speed paints or contrast paints to do a lot of the work for me, and you have to build all of that contrast up and that value up yourself. But the thing is, once you get used to that, you get to the point where you have full control over everything. You don't have to have the model be good enough to be able to relay all that detail for you. You can just create all that detail yourself, which is great. And this is a fantastic step forward to that effect, Slovak. So thank you so much for your participation. You did a great job.
Yeah, I like it.
Spatsnat. Technically, this is two. Technically, this is two separate ones, but we'll call it one. This one's a little cut off, unfortunately. But this is really neat. I really like the glow. Matched the photo really, really well.
Is that one of the more recent like Iron Maiden models?
I think so.
'Cause that's Eddie. I just love the hook-handed like dude on the right.
Mm-hmm. It's got a bag of candy that you can't see.
That we can't see.
Yep.
Pumpkin hook is great. I like that a lot.
Great job, Spatsnat. This is awesome. It's an owl in a pumpkin costume, a friend of a distant relative of someone that was in the same bar as Percival once. Broken Anvil.
So I was gonna say, those are either feathers? I was thinking owl bearer kind of a thing.
Broken Anvil did a line of miniatures for one of their Patreon months that were a bunch of owl folk that were basically just anthropomorphized animal characters for like D&D and stuff. And they did like, I don't know, 50 some odd miniatures for that month. It was crazy. They revamped one of the ones that they had and they used it for a Halloween like exclusive miniature. And this is what it was. But it's neat. It's a cool model. The Bobson Dog Nut.
Doug Nut.
Now here is where Jen gets her beholder.
Yeah, this is the pumpkin one.
beholder.
Mike Disney designed this.
Oh, really?
Yep, Art of Mike Disney
that's
designed
awesome.
this for Reaper.
Yeah, this is really cool.
I love this model.
You made it back. Doug Nut.
Yeah, the overgourd.
The overgourd. This is awesome. I love all the different glowing eyes you got going on. The eyeball itself looks nice.
Again, just a good whimsical kind of scary thing. The main face looks so
It's very
enthusiastic. Yeah, right?
It's
He's
about
very
as
excited to be
as
there.
I usually am every day when I come in the door. And I say, hello, everyone. Good morning to you all.
He doesn't say that.
No. Well,
He's very
actually,
mean in the
I kinda
mornings.
do. Well, if mean is
He's
saying
very
hello,
mean. He comes in, he's all grumpy. Very tough to get along with Jordan in the mornings
I have been having a couple of rough mornings.
before he's had his coffee
I'm going to be honest. I don't drink coffee
and his
anymore.
cigarettes.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. Coffee sounds really good right now.
He has to have his coffee and cigarettes before you're allowed to talk to him.
Treebeard.
Bobson, you rolled for the eye colors, like rolled a die. That's awesome. Good randomness
awesome.
to it.
This is
Treebeard
really
killing
creepy.
it. This also is like some weird, like pumpkin topped
Mhm.
spider thing. Dude, the mount is like horrible.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Like it's like a pumpkin spider, but goop running out because he's like, what is he
Mhm.
taking its guts out and
I
he's
don't-
riding it as a. What the heck is going on here? The
I
more I
don't-
look at it, the
ugh.
more questions I have.
It's really bizarre.
But I love this evil little gobbo wizard.
It's awesome.
Like
This
the
is
worst
really
thing in the
cool.
world is to have a goblin that knows fireball,
Yes.
and I feel like that's what's happening here.
And then, God forbid, it's riding around in a pumpkin spider.
Yeah, I don't ever want to see that mount again.
No, most definitely not.
This is
really
hard
awesome.
on Jordan right now, guys.
You know, it's enough of not a spider that it's okay.
What if it scuttled off the screen right now and onto your arm?
I would freak out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would freak out, 100%. No doubt in my mind would I freak out about this. Triple! Some more weird Cthulhu vibes going on. This is like Cthulhu Kratos.
Well, it is.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know if that was the intention, but the color palette is identical. The blue, like the bluish white skin with the red, is very Kratos.
To be fair, who wouldn't freak out if that scuttled off the screen? I mean,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest. You'd probably
I'm probably gonna freak out if
Yeah.
anything on my screen starts to come out of the
Scuttle.
screen. Just
Yeah.
gonna be honest.
Yep.
No matter
It's not
how
supposed
good looking
to.
or crazy it is, it shouldn't be doing that. Let's just leave it at that.
Yep.
Are those chains painted? Or are they not painted?
I don't think so.
They look unpainted.
They look unpainted to me.
I'm gonna toss in my standardized 2 cents. Whenever you're adding things like chain or bits and bobs, you know, they make like what are they called? Found item gears and things like that you can use to put on your models. Always paint them as if they were part of the model.
Correct.
If you allow the natural finish of those kind of objects to sit, they take away from the painted finish of the model. So always paint that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I
But
agree.
great stuff and a good model. And I really love the kind of, like you said, like Kratos, like the red on the eye is very fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the intention, but it's still fun.
T. Schmidt.
What if it sauntered off the screen? No.
No. If anything comes out of the screen,
I feel
period.
like, yeah, we just need to make it a generic stay in the screen.
Yep. Yep.
If you choose to come, like this guy could
Stay in the screen.
out of the screen. I'm still not interested.
This is great. I like the rusty blade I like the glow you got going on.
What if this guy came out of the
Simple.
screen, sat in one of the comfy chairs here, and turned out to be like the coolest guy we knew, Jordan?
I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah, but
Unironically, that'd
would
be
we
actually-
give him a break? We'd be like, okay, so can we talk about the fact that you just came out of the screen?
I'd throw him a bone.
Okay. You throw him a bone. Like a
Skeleton
leg
joke.
bone?
Yeah, skeleton joke.
Take a hike.
Take a hike.
I don't know. You might have been fine with one of those witches popping out. Punisher. She's not bad. She's just drawn that way.
This
Ooh.
is really cool.
Ooh. I'm liking this. If for no other reason, then it speaks to my need for texture.
Yeah,
Holy, very
Yeah.
painterly way to do this. I'm loving the colors.
it's super cool.
really, really neat.
This is really, really rad. I love the sculpt, and I think the paint job does a great job of like creating this kind of weird, gritty feel with all the texture that we have going on.
Yeah.
I like that it's got this like kind of eerie red glow to it that's really subtle. You can see it like up underneath the armpit and on the rope around its neck, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I like
That's
everything
super
about it.
cool.
Very, very good job on this
I
game.
really want one of these models. I would love to paint
Fun
this.
model. Yeah,
This is really cool.
definitely a fun model.
And we have
The Scoop with Skinny says, would I be able to get some airbrushing advice here? You definitely can. What we are going over the entries in our October Discord challenge right now. So we like to take time to go over and review all the individual models that come through. But yeah, we definitely do paint instruction here. So if you can hang tight, I don't know if we'll have a whole lot of time at the end of this show, but you can feel free to ask a question and we can go through it verbally when we're done looking at the photos. And then if it's something that we would, prefer to show you, then we can definitely get to that tomorrow.
also feel free to pop a question over in the Discord too. It's a great place for us to get access to it as well.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
All right, last one.
Paint liquor, that's a lot of pumpkins to have to paint.
These pumpkins were not painted in. They were digitally put in over some other things.
Was it filled with like penises or something?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
She is sitting on a large pile of penises.
She's sitting on a pumpkin full of penises.
That is correct.
Oh my God. That's hilarious
Yes.
that I guessed it in one.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, look, it's Kingdom Death.
I mean, it is Kingdom Death. It's like, hi, we have a problem.
Yeah.
We are socially retarded. So, I love this model though.
It is a cool
Okay, is that skin on the leg? I'm assuming it is, right? Because no,
it's
not. It's like leggings, right?
Yep.
I was thinking the arm was also skin, but it's not. It's like a sleeve. It's
Correct.
like a
It's
like
like
a
a
pull-up
three-quarter
long
sleeve,
glove, right?
Yep.
Like a sleeve glove or something like that. Yeah, very, very cool.
Neat model.
I initially thought that was the skin color, was that kind of pale green, which also
Would be cool.
would be very cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I love the toxic base too. It's like all
Yeah.
the drippy toxic.
The grossness.
Look at the size of that gourd.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You were hoping for wet and skin tight stockings or something, Maverick? Zambi says a model
Wet.
someone sent her to of a witch like that. She has a like trick or treat pail full of.
That's funny.
I dig it. Good entries this month.
Yeah.
I love the.
33.
I love that so many of them had a good amount of whimsical feel to scary. Like most of them did. There
Which
were
is very Halloween.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whimsy is a very big part of Halloween for me. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, why did they make it so hard?
I know, right?
Do I have to pick anything this time?
Yup.
Damn it.
Yes, you do. I was gonna have you and Jen pick something in addition to. Here's some of the first ones. Okay, so yeah, we're starting from the top.
That thing is nasty.
This is Arctic's wife.
That's awesome. So is Arctic still here?
I don't know.
Did he speak in chat, or did his wife speak in chat
I don't believe so.
about? I want to know about her
didn't catch it.
journey and how she enjoyed it.
I'll ask in the Discord, and we'll find the answer, or we'll ask Arctic next time he's on the stream.
Good one, love it.
And then we got Awkwardish Panda, with a really cool take on Addams Family type vibe.
I was gonna say
on.
this has a very Addams Family kind of Morticia,
Yep.
and I always forget his name.
What is his name? Somebody said it earlier. I don't know.
Gentleman Gomez, yeah.
There we go.
Gentleman, what's going on?
Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah, I love this. I love the look on her face. She can't be
Yeah.
bothered. It's so good.
It's hilarious. We got Ben Norman. This is where you were kind of coming into
This
stream.
model took a long time to grow on me because I don't.
It's really odd. It's an odd
Yeah, it's odd because it has the it has the centaur vibe, but it's humanoid and has two chests. You know,
model.
so it's very odd, but I dig it. I'm painting the whatever her name is, Laukavai version of it, but yeah, good stuff on this one.
And then Ben Norman's daughter. Doing a really cool. I really like how the face turned out on this.
Yeah, this is a really, really good job. Does Ben Norman's daughter paint often?
I don't know.
Because she nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean, nailed it,
Really, really good.
right?
Nice little bit of dry brushing on the fur to get a little bit of variation in texture.
Yeah, just color placement and opacity and everything
Really
is fantastic
clean.
on this.
Which is another thing, right? Like I like to mention a lot when things are really cleanly
Yep.
painted.
Yep.
It looks like the paint was applied nice and thin, good smooth layers, good opacity, and then you get a lot of texture where texture should belong, right? But this is great. I really love this.
Yeah, great job. I always hate saying Ben Norman's daughter. Great job.
Yep.
We're going to call her Alice. Alice, that
Alice?
was a fantastic model.
Fantastic. And
What if Ben Norman's daughter is really named Alice? Then
that would be a hilarious turn of events. Yep, and then this stuff you were all here for.
oh my God, why is it so hard? That's a great conversion.
There we go. This is lagging a little bit while I'm trying to rotate through here. All right, how many winners are we picking?
Oh, I don't know. There's only two of us here.
I know.
Do we limit it to two?
Yeah,
Do we pick a first and second for both of us?
we could do a first and second.
Let's do a first and second for both of us. Although I don't know that even covers it.
I
There's a lot of good stuff here.
part of me wants to reward the kids who participated and maybe Arctic's wife as well. I think that's really cool.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I love the idea of these people that were brave enough to throw their stuff in here that
Yeah.
it might be their first model ever. I think that's great.
Yeah, I really want to do that.
I think we feel like we know who's going to use the prize.
I mean, sure. Well, maybe, right? But
So it's a
but maybe
prize
they
to
share
them
it, right?
for spreading the love of the hobby.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
no,
but
I'm fully on board with that.
yeah, with the exception that we say, hey, we'd like you to share this with
Yeah.
the person who you got to participate.
Yeah. No, I like it.
So I think we get one for Arctic's
What do we think,
wife.
chat? Thumbs up
and
for
the two kids.
for the kiddos and Arctic Mini's wife.
Yeah,
We give them some recognition.
yes.
That's its own category.
That's its own category.
That's its own-
We'll pick people on top of that, but I want to make sure that those people get
That's
represented.
its own love to the noobs. I love it.
All
I
right.
love it. I love when people pick up a brush for the first time and to show the bravery to post it up in a public forum to say, hey, check out my stuff. Just come on. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
So we got
Awesome. We got a lot of thumbs up.
Arctic's
Good.
wife.
Thank
and
you,
then we
community. You
got
guys are great.
Ben Norman's daughter, and we got Essel's daughter.
Yeah.
All right, and then you want to pick one and I pick one, or you pick two and I pick two? First and second?
We'll both pick two.
Okay, sounds good. How about we do Let's see here. I have.
You
at
pick
least
you pick 2, and I'll pick from the rest.
Okay. Ooh. Man, you guys are making it real hard. Oh shoot. Okay. So this is one of my 2.
Yep. Okay.
I love this.
All right.
The texture is like doing it for me.
Yep.
I love
Agreed.
it.
The it's almost like it was it has the vibe of being based in red
Yeah.
and then built up from red. I don't know that that's
I
the
don't believe it was.
the steps that he took, but it has a very, very cool vibe in the underglow that is provided on all of the clothing and everything. So yeah, just a good study in color and also a really good carrying on of light to really focus. And again, it's just a great whimsical, vibe to this, and it isn't wasted.
I'm gonna actually try and find this model because I really want to paint one
It's a neat model.
as well.
Yep, neat model.
And I think my second one, it's tough because I really like this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I think Game Delay killed it on this.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need to stop making it so hard. How about this? You pick one, and then I'll pick my other one.
Okay. Keep going through them.
Yep.
Go back. That one's one of mine.
Okay. Yep. All right. And my other one is going to be.
Oh, I love the girl wearing the monster dress too, or the monster dress wearing the girl. I'm not sure.
You're not sure which way that
It's
that
just
goes.
such a great one.
I'm gonna pick this one.
Okay.
I think because the conversion made it into a Halloween thing. I love it. I think it's painted well. I think the conversion is really, really cool.
The rotten pumpkin head has just got me like.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it makes you wanna,
I love it. It just I keep on coming back to this one, and I'm like, all right, this one's got to get it.
It's like. Bleh. Yeah, it's great. I like it. All right, go all the way back to the top.
All right, here we go.
Let me start from
the
scratch.
top. Jason's picking the last one here.
Dang it! I hate these.
All
I
right.
hate these.
This one's already winning something.
Yep.
Awkwardish Panda. Ben Norman.
Yeah.
Larkatron. Dark Soul Paladin. Dice Goblin Riddles. Face Masher. Game Delay. Hoosier. Good old Lumberjack Tim.
I really like. Yeah.
Lions Pride Creations. M. Christensen. This one's already winning. Mo. Nerd Gun. Nutrimenta. Pink Liquor.
I really like that one.
Panic Bomb 1. Panic Bomb 2. Red Zyphos. Rhydon. Siege. Seabo.
No, I like them
Already
all. I like them all.
You already winning this one. Shard. Slovic. Spat's not. The Bobson Dognut. Treebeard.
Oh, that was so good too.
Triple.
Dadgummit.
T. Schmidt. Already winning. And Maverick.
Dadgummit.
Yeah, Wad Tomato. N. This is not easy.
Can't they all win?
I mean, you gotta talk to Jen about that.
It's
That's not on me.
like, oh.
I've already injected 3 additional winners into this month's challenge. So if you want to go beyond that, that's on you. You got to have that conversation with Jen.
That's a lot.
There's
Well,
35 submissions.
Yeah, it's very good, and I really love the activity from the community is fantastic as
It's
always,
awesome.
and you guys keep knocking it out of the park, so it makes it very, very difficult for us. Hmm. Dadgummit. I think
Do you need two? Do you need a second one? Do you need a third pick?
no. No, I'll stick to two.
All right.
It just is not easy,
I'm aware.
and there's just so many good ones. There's so many good uses of color here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's even on ones that don't look fully completed, the use of color and everything has been really, really good this month. I think it carries on the whole concept of not sticking to standard tropes.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be dark and moody to be scary and Halloween oriented.
Correct.
So I'm really digging it. I think I have to go with my gut, and I have to do the goblin riding the weird spider pumpkin thing.
Treebeard?
I just love this.
It is
Yeah.
pretty rad.
Yeah, I love the lighting on the goblin. I'm a big fan of this one. For some reason I really love the skin on the spider legs or whatever the heck that is. It's like the root, it has like a dirty, wet blended vibe to it that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. This is awesome.
And it's a pesty little goblin, so
All right, I'm gonna notate the winners. So we have.
But again, you guys and gals have to give yourselves big pats on the back every month. You blow our minds. It makes it harder and harder and harder. And I want everybody to realize that when we go through and we pick our top picks, that it is super hard and it has no bearing on what you did. This is not a best of the best kind of a competition. This is something where I hope everybody gets something out of it. This one was it was exactly what it turned out to be, which is great, which is just a whimsical way to take a scary model and put paint to it. And so great job from everybody. All of these are great. I've enjoyed just looking at the models, I think, more than almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great selection of models. It wasn't just standard stuff that I'm used to seeing. Like this guy. What the heck even is this?
This might be a Malifaux model.
It's so good. It does have like the rounded edge base.
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe.
Scott Radin's one did just there. The Green Goblin one.
Yeah. So I'll go back through them.
And
So
then
we got
the
Mike Essie.
Scarecrow.
Yeah, so we got Treebeard, Widden, Scott Random, and Mike Essie. So we got this one. We got this one. We got Treebeard. And we got Widdens. Fantastic submissions, everyone. And again, we are going to be giving prizes out to the kids and the wife that participated. We, like I said before, we really love moments when new people to the community join in and are willing to share their first paint jobs with the world. It's it's a scary thing to do, and we love to see
And
it
I have
happen.
a super soft spot for parents painting with their kids. I think
too.
it's great.
Me too.
It's awesome.
I mean, I've been talking about it ever since we started the stream today. I was super excited when I heard it.
So, did we get the question about airbrushing?
No, did we actually get the
Can
question?
you scroll
Yeah, I'm
back up? I don't know
scrolling up.
if you put a question in there or
Uh,
let's see. No, keep going. Well, There it is. Scoop was skinny. So, Scoop, are you still there?
Scoop was skinny.
If you're still there, feel free to ask your airbrushing question. We are officially done looking at the models.
Yep.
Thanks again to all of the contestants, as it were. Did you announce what November is?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Did you give them the palette?
I did. So I'll read it off for you because I don't think you've gotten a chance to take a look at it yet. So we're doing fall colors.
Limited palette fall color challenge for
Now
November.
It's not too bad. You get a decent amount of colors here. It's not super duper limited. So we have yellow ochre,
Yellow ochre,
warm yellow, bold power red,
bold power red,
warm brown, dark yellow green,
dark yellow green,
Payne's gray, which is an interesting
Payne's
addition.
gray.
Yeah. Coal black and bold titanium white.
Wow, 8 colors you gave them.
Yeah. Well, I don't really count coal black and bold titanium white. I think those are just like
8 colors, man. He likes you way better than I do.
That's true. That's true. I like you guys more.
So there you go. It is a not so limited color palette challenge for November.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll see some good stuff there. And model is not no requirement.
No requirement
for the theme.
on miniatures.
You can just go for it.
If you are interested in participating, check out the Discord channel. It's the November-2023 channel in our Discord. I'll put the link up here for you guys.
Bobson, good night. Great entry. Thank you. It is like an extended Zorn palette almost.
Yeah, Zorn you wouldn't have greens or Payne's gray, but yes, it is sort of in that vibe for sure. I like Zorn palette. I think it's really cool.
Black, red, ochre, and white.
Yes, sir.
Do it.
Black, red, ochre, and white. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today. I have had a spectacular time hanging out with all of you. We had a nice informational first couple of hours of the stream that flew by way too quick. And then we had a fantastic time going through all of our Discord challenge members today after 4 o'clock. So thank you again. I'm going to put up the rest of these links here. If I can type correctly. FLGS. We got YouTube.
Discord. Oh, no, you did Discord.
Yeah. I think that's the 4 of them, right?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Deadbeat, thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank
As
you guys.
always. We very much appreciate you guys choosing to spend some time with us on the stream. It's been something that we have loved to do over the years. We're currently next week the time change comes into effect, and so we're discussing around here what we're going to do with that. We might wind up with some little small fluctuations in our stream schedule because it does get tough with Jordan now on board. This is the first time since he's come on board that the stream will switch to the late mode for us because we're an oddity. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona, so we don't do daylight savings time. So when the clocks change, especially in fall when it goes backwards, it puts our stream time here to Arizona time, which will now be mountain. It puts our stream time 3 to 6 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we're discussing how it's going to affect Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll post something up in Discord probably tomorrow as we discuss that and figure it out before the time change happens on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
But you might see the times of the stream change slightly next week. We're still figuring it out. But yeah, we stream 5 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon to 2 p.m. Pacific time. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays like today, the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. slot. There might be some slight alterations like I mentioned, but keep checking the schedule. Make sure if you're new here, you hit that follow button. AZ doesn't do daylight savings. No, Slovic, we don't.
Nope.
We do not recognize daylight savings.
It was a weird thing for me as well. It was very odd.
So it's easy for us here because our clocks never change. It's
Correct.
always the time it's supposed to be.
Yep.
And so we never have to worry about it. The problem is when you interface with the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
And the stream has been an issue. I say an issue. It's not a problem, but it's always been an issue for us because it's been this way for over 8 years for me. You know, and when I stream before, it becomes awkward, right? Yeah. So we've always based our times on Pacific, and we'll continue to do that so that you always know it's 2 p.m. Pacific or noon Pacific or whatever. But we're probably going to shift the hours a little bit because Baby J, we can't stick him here till 6. It's always been just me and Jen, and I usually stay here till 6 or 7 anyway. So
Yeah.
So we'll see what we do. We might have some tryouts where we move the times around and see how you guys and gals like it, but we'll play around with it.
we'll let you guys know as we progress more in that conversation tomorrow. So, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. Check out all the links to catch up with us and pick up all the cool stuff we've been using on stream to paint all the miniatures. And we will see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna find somebody to raid. I'm gonna get off of this here real quick. We're gonna go back to Jordan Solo. I'm gonna exit out of this.
Yeah, so stick around. Show some love in the chat we wind up in, and we will catch you on the flip side. I will actually be painting again tomorrow. Does Baby J get paid in tartar sauce? Yes. Tartar sauce and chicken fingers.
Yes. Oh shoot.
What's the matter?
I might need to have you come over here and log back in.
Oh.
I had to sign into mine to actually get access to. Oh nope, I think it worked. It worked. Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. I think we're good. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We are gonna find somebody fun to stream to shoot you on off to for the rest of the evening. If the computer over here wants to load, it's being a little slow.
All right, gang. We're out of here. We will catch up with you mañana. Have a great night.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hey, somebody likes us.